It is my honor to participate in the uniting of two people who are already so in tune with one another. Amy, did you ever think that you would find someone who would be able to throw things away after a single use or less than a week of sitting around? And Doug, did you ever think you would find someone who needed you so much to make sure she got out of a car salesman's office without actually paying for an undercarriage clear code that he really thinks she needed? When a true bond between two people exists, it is only fitting that an outward acknowledgement of that commitment is made, which is why we are here tonight. We are here to bear witness to the joining of Amy and Doug. Actually, I've seen enough joining on Channel 14, so let's go to that. But actually, we are here to witness the celebration of Amy and Doug in a closer, lasting relationship. The first reading that I would like to share with you is an excerpt from a novel, from Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like a volcano and then it subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots are entwined together. That it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not the promise of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is left over after being in love has burned away. And it is an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that have grown towards each other underground. And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from the branches, they find that they are one tree and not two. This is going to be a really pretty memento at the end of this. The second reading that I'd like to share is an original adaptation of a poem that I wrote for Amy and Doug. Amy likes Doug, and Doug likes Amy. Amy likes Doug the way she likes her wontons full of crab. The way she likes wine a little too much. The way she likes staying up until 6 a.m. talking and singing and smoking meat. Amy likes you a whole bunch of them. Doug thinks Amy is a pocket full of awesome. Doug likes that Amy will try anything, even if she thinks she won't like it, like paintball or owning a bulldog. And Doug maybe likes Amy more than a year when the Cardinals win the World Series and the Blues win the Stanley Cup. Maybe. Amy loves Doug the way she loves peanut butter with her chocolate ice cream. And Doug loves Amy the way his butt likes his couch on a Sunday afternoon for football. They like each other a whole bunch of a lot. The way I like a 12-pack of Dos Equis Amber, and then even a little bit more. Amy seems to be stuck on Doug, and Doug likes that a lot. Amy and Doug continue to like each other as much as you love each other, because liking is much more difficult to maintain than loving. Make a pledge to each other today, because our parents really cannot afford another celebration of your wedding. Make a pledge to continue holding each other as friends and spouses, like your pillow holds your head when you sleep, like the earth holds the moon, and the sun holds the earth, and how they constantly will spin around each other forever. You get the idea. And now for your vows. Amy, do you choose Doug to be no other than himself, to be your friend and your love, loving what you know of him, trusting what you do not yet know, respecting him and having faith in his love for you? Will you celebrate the joys of life with Doug, promise to support him in his dreams, and walk beside him, offering him courage and strength through all that lies ahead? Will you dream with Doug and live as one? Will you stumble, will you always get back up together with Doug, side by side, hand in hand, from this day forward? Will you call Doug your husband? Doug, do you choose Amy to be none other than herself, your friend and your love, loving what you know of her and trusting what you do not yet know, respecting her and having faith in her love for you? Will you celebrate the joys of life with Amy, promise to support her dreams and walk beside her, offering her courage and strength through all that lies ahead? Will you dream together and live as one? And when you stumble, get back up together, side by side, hand in hand. From this day on, will you be proud to call Amy your wife? Your marriage requires love, which is a word that is often used with vagueness and with sentimentality. Yet we mean something very real when we find ourselves in love. We see beneath the surface and we observe qualities that make this one different from any of the others and dearer than all. To see with loving eyes is to know inner beauty, and to be loved is to be seen and to be known like no other. Love means security. Another human being wants you, wants to share their life with you, accepts you without qualification or reservation, not as perfect, but as human, with strengths and weaknesses. Treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. Fast Eddie's and chick on a stick. Take responsibility for making each other feel safe, and when frustration and difficulty assail your relationship, as they will threaten any relationship at one point or another, remember to focus on what is right between you, not what is wrong. If you take responsibility for the quality of your lives together, it will be marked by an abundance of joy. This is the point in the ceremony where we would usually exchange rings. And people know that a ring is a perfect circle with no beginning and no end. That's not necessarily true. We all know that rock is dug from the earth, metal is liquefied in a furnace of thousands of degrees, then molded and cooled and polished. Something beautiful is made from a raw element. Love is like that. It's hot and it's dirty work. But when it comes from humble beginnings, made by imperfect beings, it can be beautiful. It is the process of making something where there was nothing at all. As you already have your rings, please take each other's hand and repeat after me. I hold your hands now as my promise to accept your imperfections and recognize your beauty today, tomorrow, and forever. Do that again. To accept your imperfections and recognize your beauty today, tomorrow, and forever. May your house be a place of much happiness for all who enter it, a place for music, a place for laughter. Inasmuch as the bride and groom have consented together in this ceremony to live in wedlock, and have expressed their vows in the presence of their friends and their family, and by the giving and receiving of the ceremony of rings, it gives me great pleasure to now, by the power vested in me by the República de Mexico en el Ciudad de Playa del Carmen, to pronounce that you are now husband and wife. Yo os proclamo maridad y mujer, cuerda besa a la novia. You may now kiss your bride.
Congratulations, kid. Maddie.
Did she not? Yes, she did.
You did better than the guy who married her.
Something shot, I love it.
How many wedding ceremonies have you been to where you can have a beer?
Only a couple.
You get to slow mo?
I do.